want to say something about guilt because we all have mom guilt, and I know that I was surrounded. I don't know about you, Arlene, but I was surrounded. When I moved to the U.S., I was actually surprised by the amount of women that stayed at home, and one of the challenges that I had, I felt like an odd duck because the moms from my kids' daycare or school, most of them did not work. They were well educated, coming from a good families. I mean, but they didn't work, and I felt like, am I doing something? Like, am I crazy? Like, how come no one works, and not no one, but hardly any woman work, and only me? How was your experience?
Most of the women I know worked. Maybe because, I mean, I was a working mother and that's what I attracted to me, but
Yeah,
most of the women knew work, and because the women that I met through being a lawyer at the time, they were all working.
yeah.
And when I went to the gym, the people that I ended up connecting with to run with me, they were working. So we all had a lot on our plates. And I'm sure there were mothers that didn't. Maybe, I was in like a little bit of upper middle class, not quite thin, bracket, but I don't know. I didn't attract those. Well, I guess the mother who lived next door to my ex-husband and I, we had lived in one apartment, then we bought a house. She was a stay-at-home mom, but she was about, I don't know, 15 years older than me at the time. So
Oh, okay.
I don't know. I'm sure there was plenty of women in the Midwest in Ohio where I was living that were stay-at-home moms. They just weren't in my circle of friends. So it wasn't that I planned it that way. It's just sort of how it happened.
Yeah, yeah. Yeah, I mean, for me, it wasn't so much friends as like moms in like the school, like the moms of the friends of my kids or whatever. I mean, it wasn't so much like friends more than like, yeah, other women that I met through school. And a lot of them like volunteered a lot on PTA and all that. And I was like hardly ever there. So I guess what I wanted to say here is that you don't have to feel guilt, even if you're different than the women around you. Do what you feel that is right for you. Like you said, Arlene, you said like you always knew that you wanted to grow your career, your business alongside your family. And I felt the same. So we don't need to feel guilty about it.
There's lots of things that women feel guilty about, and I guess the way I like to explain it is that it's maybe it's in the genetics that's passed from generation to generation to find something to feel guilty about. It doesn't have to be that; it can be something else. And the way I love to work with people is that we have if you visualize you have a cup here, and it's a cup that you can fill with love. If you're constantly feeling guilty and giving and giving and giving and giving until the cup is empty, what happens is we get frustrated, we get angry, maybe we take it out on the people we love, then we feel guilty, then we maybe go into people pleasing or giving more again, and then we go into this vicious cycle. So we really have to find ways to fill our own cup up with love, to take time for that self-care for ourselves, even though that we are a parent, a mother, and we're working as well, because then we're going to have more love to share with the people that we love, and we're not going to be so run dry. And the reason I'm bringing in guilt is that sometimes out of guilt that we're working, we over give and give and give when we really need that time to nurture and care for ourselves. It doesn't have to be a whole lot of time, but we need something, even if you have 15 minutes and you take a bath with Epsom salt and a little bit of lavender, and you're just chilling out, and your partner's watching the kids for a few minutes, or whatever it is, we need to take care of ourselves. And I just find guilt from all different aspects of women's lives when I work with them.
Yeah, definitely. I mean, taking care of yourself, ladies, because no one else will. I mean, yes, we have our partners in life and all that, but yeah, you have to find time for yourself. And for many years, I didn't, to be honest with you. I mean, for many years, I was like putting myself last until I realized that that has to change so I can be a happy person,
Yeah,
right?
yeah,
And a better mom and a better wife. So,
yeah. I was one of those I sort of paved the way with that. I always got out there and worked out or something because I just was such I don't know, a little bit of a hyperactive person and I needed
uh
some
huh.
release. And so when I had that, I could do a lot better. But some of it could be music. It could be playing an instrument. It could be just taking a walk. It could be anything that just sort of helps us to release, relax, and let go and know that were worthy of that time.
Yeah, whatever works for you. I mean, for you, it seems like it was running.